Okay, that blow drying of the makeup helps just get it all dry so that it's just easier to work with and it stays in place. Have found that when I will take the time, use 6 minutes to blow dry my makeup, then it doesn't move. It helps it to last longer throughout the day, which I like. So now on to powders and a quick drink of coffee. Decaffeinated. Caffeine kills me, so I'm gonna grab my Huda Beauty. That is hard for me to pronounce. As with most things. This is a Kat Von D 25, and I just like to put it basically in this T-zone. It helps brighten and sets at the same time. Now I'm gonna get close so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, and I love the smell of it. And I really think this is some of the best setting powder. Like, when I bake and set with this stuff, my makeup will last. I feel like this is just fantastic. And I know it's very popular, so I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but I like it. And the cat hair is real. I got so much cat hair floating through the air. I love her, but she drives me crazy with her cat hair. And you all know I'm talking about Miss Kitty Chrome, the queen of the house. Okay. Okay. Let me put some right there. This also has like a little blending effect. I love that. Okay. Then, so I layer and layer and layer powder. So next I go into with Laura Mercier translucent. But this, I like it, but I don't like it as much as I do Huda. So I'll probably just use this one up and then that'll be the end of it. I've used this for years, but I don't know, it's a little too dark for my skin tone. And I don't know. I'm not in it right now. I'm not saying I won't ever buy it again, but just not right now. I'm not into it. I'm just using her up. So we got that all done. And ignore all the powder here. It's going to get heavy. It's going to be snowfall. Then I go in with my own little concoction of basically baby powder. I've got some other powder mixed in there. I don't like that. Baby powder alone by itself is the best. the rest of it actually prevents, I mean, the baby powder will not do as good of a job because of the others. So I'm just using it up. I made it, so I'm gonna use it. And then kind of stamping that on pretty heavy. I'm not going back in. Whatever's on my brush is what I'll use. But I let that kind of sit a little bit. I mean, not super long, just a little bit. And then I go in with my Old Faithful. You guessed it, MAC Studio Fix. I love this stuff. To me, it just gives such a flawless look. And I'm gonna tap that on. Oh, I'm using Kat Von D number 10 to tap it on. I love this brush so much, I got 2. And I'll use the other one later on. Kind of go down the neck to blend all that makeup in. Don't forget the nose. My nose, I never like the way anything is laying on it until I do the contour of the nose, and then it just brings it all together, and I'm like, huh, ain't that something? So I know you see that powder just building on my shirt. I hate that I waste any powder. I wish the fallout could land right back in to the packaging so that I could just continue to use it, but it doesn't, so life moves on. I know that my lighting is not all that great. There is just, let me see if I can kind of show you. That one little thing is the lighting in this room. I'm looking at putting in those can lights, recessed lighting, whatever it's called. So, yeah, we'll hopefully get better lighting soon. Okay, I'm going back in with that baby powder. And I'm putting some under here, not to bake, but to prevent fallout from when I do my eyeshadow here in a bit. But I am baking right here, so I'm going in real heavy. I used to bake my whole face. I still, I mean, it kind of gets baked, but not as concentrated as right here. Because, and then my eyelids are always very oily, so I make sure that I give those a little baking time. But I have, just, I'm getting old, getting wrinkles, so I really don't want to bake where the wrinkles are. Okie dokie. So now we're gonna go do the eyebrows. I have been using, I probably will use today too, the palette that I used just a while ago. It's a contour, but I've been using it for my eyebrows. So I'll probably use that again. I don't know. I might go in with that Anastasia. You know me, I can't say one of the words without saying the other. because I don't know how to say it correctly. You would think after all these years of me using this product, you would think that I would have learned by now how to pronounce it. Oh no, I don't. I don't at all. I don't know why I'm being so quiet today. I'm tired, but I'm not tired. Does that make sense? I gave blood yesterday. So, I'm just I like this little brush. Instead of my hand, I use my face because it's so white. It is from Physician Formula, and I used up all of the eyeliner, but I liked the brush. And then I kind of cut it so it's a little, can you see that? It's a little angled. So I love using that for the precision of the eyebrows. And I think I'll just, instead of trying to be all natural, I think I'll just kind of go in. Heavy-handed. There we go. Sometimes it looks choppy, like I guess my skin has got like, I don't want to say wrinkles, but wrinkles. Maybe I can't see them yet, and it gets kind of choppy. I got a wet paper towel because that's a lot of powder that gets on the brush and that the brush picks up, and you know, it just can really mess with the way that the product lays down. So I clean it off with a damp paper towel, and also wipe off any excess so that I'm not putting product where I don't want it. So now I'm gonna go comb backwards. I'm not combing, but you know, but pull that forward. Kind of gives me a better ombre effect, like a truer one. And for whatever reason, I tend to have to lift my eyebrow to get a straight line. I don't know why.
Why is this door shut?
I want it shut. Okay, and little hairs. There we go. I just want this a little darker so that, you know, it's not so evident that there's no hairs there. Okay. It's a little thicker than I wanted, And I'm gonna work on this edge here. Alright. This is probably why most people do not film the eyebrow section, is because it can be hard. So I'm picking up a little powder because as I brush some of that excess away, that powder helps to just blend it back. Okay. Just want to make sure that this little edge there is blended. Okay. Then I want to make sure, like, I'm even, so I kind of draw imaginary lines so I can try to get them as straight as possible. I mean, I recognize sisters, not twins, but I really, this one just sits higher because I'm always lifting this eyebrow up in questions like, huh? So the muscles, you know, just, they sit higher, and I don't like that. Okay, that's probably gonna be a little thicker looking than the other side. This room gets so hot. I don't know why. Okay. Now turn my brush around. This side I can go like, make that straight edge better than I can on the other side. So I'm just filling it in backwards to drag that color from heavy, lighter, you know, and it'll get much lighter. Okay. Okay. So do you see how here's the end of my natural brow, and then I've carried it out here, and it just stops. I want to blend here out so that it doesn't look like a harsh stop. So we're still working on it. Okay. We're getting there. Now I'm going to come under, and I really like the looks of the underneath of this brow, so I'm really just trying to follow its natural curve. This one I have to draw out a little bit to match up to this one, but this one over here I like. Sorry, I saw something that was bugging me. Alright. I know my hand's in the way, I apologize. Okay. So other than getting that bottom part, I think we're good on that brow. Okay. Okay. And then we're done. Normally, I get a, hold on, let me put all my stuff up. I'm a little OCD about that kind of stuff. I get Cover Your Grays because it has those fibers in it, and I put it in here so it looks a little bit more natural. I'm not gonna do too much because you know, you probably can't even tell the difference, but I can. It's probably just all in my mind, but that's okay. When I had COVID, my hair fell out in handfuls. Got real thin. So I started, and I had been doing it for a long time and my hair had gotten really thick. But I started oiling my hair again and it thickened right on up. So I really love the castor oil, rosemary oil treatments. I put a little bit on, like 2/4 sizes, every night. I rub it in my hair, and then what's ever left over on my hands, I put it on my scalp. And then right before I shampoo, I will go in and put it really heavy and let it set for how much ever time I have. Whether it's, you know, half a day, like on Saturdays, I can do that. Or if it's just a couple of hours, so. There you go. All right, I think I have this matte palette. Matte About Hue. Ain't that cute? From ColourPop. Look at all those pretty colors. I think I'll just go in and do something with that. I'm not gonna spend too much time. It's a Saturday. No need to spend a ton of time. I think I'll start with the top A. It's a blue color. I'm gonna just kind of stamp it right here, like as a liner. And then I think I will take, sorry, my ear is itching. Fun. It's a kind of a purple. It's a deep purple. Maybe put it like right here. I'm not doing any like super blending. I feel like I'll come back and do that in just a second. And then I think I will build Sugar Rush. I'm gonna do Sugar Rush right here. Right there. And now I'm gonna start blending. So first I'm just kind of tapping, stamping, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll do windshield wiper motions. Gently. I tend to sometimes want to press really hard and it tenders my lid, so just gently do that. It's good enough. Okay, you know what I want to do? I want to make a sharp line. Let's see what I want to do here. Let's see. Ooh, I think I might want to keep that just like that. Hold on. We're in experimenting. Okay. Let me go up a little further. Okay. Okay. This one's definitely sharper. Okay. Now I think I will use that and then kind of feather it out just by stamping. Okay. Use that as my guide and then stamp out. Yes. 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 Okay. And come back in. Why do I feel like I want green right there? I think I'm gonna go in with kelp. I'm using the same brush. Just maybe because I just want to keep some of the color that's already on there. Just add. That's kind of different. I don't think you can tell, but it's just a little different. This is probably why everybody uses good cameras. Okay. Now, I'm messing it up. There we go. I want it sharp. Okay. I like that. Are we done? Oh no. Then I'm gonna build with home wreck. No, work. Except it's not spelled work. spelled with an E instead of an O. Okay. Pull that up there. Okay. And I like that color. That's a good color. What I was trying to do. Well, one looks nice and sharp and the other one looks blended out. Yeah, I love that. So now, since I can't get one to look nice and sharp, I will go and blend the other one out. Okay. I hate when it doesn't go my way. Alright, then let's go in with a lot of gelato. Right up there. And I just kept getting larger brushes as we went. Then for the inner corner, I think I want to go in with a pal. I like using my finger on the inner corners. I don't know why, I just do. No, I think pal's too dark. I don't want to do that one. We'll go back over it with something lighter. Okay, it looks like we'll probably go in with elephant. Let me wipe off that off of my. Kind of pop it. Nope, gotta get the right color. Okay. Okay, and then I think I just want to do blues under the eye. So I'm gonna go in with ping pong. I don't know what it is about blues, greens on brown eyes, but I think they're really pretty. So are pinks, so are corals and peaches and all sorts of colors. Okay. I'm just reusing a lot of the brushes that I had picked up. Now I'm going in with Biker to kind of blend that out. Okay. And then let me get rid of these. Go in with Got Eyes. They're at the bottom. Just a little at the bottom. To blend it out. Okay. I want to go back in with ping pong. Make that really nice and dark up there. then we will go in with LA Girls Powder Blue. On the bottom waterline. It's kind of got a lot of brightness to it. Okay. Then I take that same Color Pop F28 brush that I applied all that powder on, and I wipe it off. Then I also go into my eyebrows and my eyeshadow to just kind of seal it. I got that powder everywhere. I mean, I always do. It's not like it's such a shocker. Okay. Then, I know what you're thinking. You're done with powder. No. So here's that second Kat Von D 10 brush that I like so much. And I go in with Maybelline Superstay. I'm almost out, so it's like all powder that I've crushed up. And I just go in and apply it. Like I said, I use a ton of powder. I like them all. You know, I also use a ton of base. Not like I use a ton of it, but many of them. I guess that's the way I should have said it. Use many different bases. Because I want them to do different things. Now, my nose will look hideous. It just always does. Until I do, like I said, my contouring. And then it doesn't look so bad anymore. It looks really good. So, just try to not let it bother me. Trust the process. And then, now I want to go and do some contouring. I go back into Olivia Cosmetics. Oh, the wrong one. That would have been a mistake. This one. It's still Olivia Cosmetics, but I want to go into her contour palette. This color is like my favorite. Use that one. Love this one. Like that one, but probably for eyebrows. But this one and this one. Oh, I love that one, but I think it would be a pretty blush. Love these two colors mixed with this one and this one and this one. And that one. I'm a mixer. I just mix until I get the right thing. So I dip, I like into the dark. Let's see if it has, no, it doesn't. Into this one here. And then I go up to this one here and mix it. shape that I want. Okay, that's what I need. Now I'm also looking for ashy colors because a shadow is not brown, a shadow is gray. So I kind of put this on, but then I go back in and that one has that gray color. And I deepen it up. I like to put this one on my temple. And then come up here and okay. So I feel like I did a little too much there, so I'll go in and just stamp that back out with whatever product is left on that Kat Von D brush. Then it's well. Is that a hair? Alright, so let's make a shadow right there. Okay, I'm not done with that part. I want to go in with e.l.f. contour palette, and I pick up this dark one here, and literally that's it. Because of how pigmented challenged I am. Okay. For the nose, I use NC30 and MAC Studio Fix, and then I have this old eyeshadow palette. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. But I use this dark purple color. It has the gray tone in it. I don't know, I didn't want to throw it away, so I was like, well, maybe I can use it there, and it really worked. So I go in here, draw the line. It gives me, so when you're painting a picture, okay, hair, when you're anytime you paint, the way you get that 3D effect, the way you get things to look real is your main color, your shadowing, and your highlighting, just like you do your face. Well, hair in paintings is always you shadow with purples. So when I was looking at, I don't want to throw this eyeshadow palette away, but what am I going to do with it? I was like, well, purples shadow for hair, so let's see if they'll do good for nose. And it did. It does. I like it. That's what we do. Maybe I'm the only weird one in the world that does that. I don't care. That's my face. That is just bugging me to death. It's like it's a little black hair. Yes, it is. Okay. There, it was bugging me. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake. And I just stamp it. This really needs to come out. Stamp. There it goes. I put it all the way down here. Oh, I love the smell of this stuff. Smells. Oh, I love smells. Fragrances and perfumes. Fragrances and makeup. I know I'm the only person on the histories that does. Everybody else is like, I want fragrance free. I'm like, I want fragrance. Okay, go in with Jaclyn Hill, which no longer exists. You know, okay, I'm gonna go on a rant for a minute. When you make a good product, don't ever not make it. That is not fair to your customers. Like, if you don't want the rest of your brand, fine. Like, tag team with us along, someone else who can continue to make it. It is not fair to make something so great and revolutionary and you're like, I love this. I will use this for the rest of my life. And then stop making it. That's upsetting. And I'll tell you, so like, I would be going through this like a mad woman, but now that it's not being made anymore, I like barely use it, so it'll last forever, and that's stupid. Just stupid. I mean, no, I'm not okay with that. It really irks my heart. So while that's still baking, I'm gonna put my mascara on. I look so much better. I'm in a bad mood. I'll tell you why too. So me and my husband moved from where we were. We had a huge B&B. Loved it. We were in Southeast Texas. A lot of rain, hurricanes, But an opportunity that was God's will, 100%. God's will came up. And we had to take it because we have to do the Lord's will because He knows what's best for us. And since we followed in obedience, I am telling you, it has been one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I am happier than I have been, and I cannot tell you how long. And you're like, yeah, you look really happy. Well, in doing that, all of my possessions, all of my husband's possessions that we have had our entire lives and or have accumulated in the last 17 years as a married couple, we had to walk away from. It was me and him, and we didn't have much time to move. So we packed as much as we could, with it being him and me, and we walked away. Well, you know, when you walk away from gifts that, you know, you have from your parents, from gifts you have from your siblings whom you love, and you treasured these gifts, and you walk away from your grandmother's furniture that you were given, and, you know, a lot of things you walk away from. It's hard. So we're having an estate sale, and that's hard. And I know that there is a place for people who do estate sales, but they're expensive. They charge 40%. 40% of the things that you own and love, you have to hand over to this person, who then goes into your home and does whatever they want to do in your home. They don't care. They don't care that you had that room set up a certain way. They don't care that that was this priceless belonging to you. They just do whatever they think that they want to do. And I am angry about it. I am so angry about anyone going into my home and violating it. And that's how I feel. And yet I know it has to be done. So, you know, you bite your tongue. You don't have an outlet of this anger. You just have to let it be. And then they're going to have a 3-day sale. Whatever they decided the value of your belongings are, not you. You didn't get to decide. They decide the value of your belongings. If it doesn't sell on that first day, then the second day, it's marked down 50%. So say you bought a treasured item for, say, $8,000. Maybe you only had it for a year. Then you have to do an estate sale. They come in and they place $1,000 value on it. Okay, it doesn't get sold in the first day, so they drop it down to 50% of their $1,000. So now it's only $500. Then on the third day, they drop it down 25%. So maybe you had $100,000 worth of furniture and belongings in this estate sale. Jewelry, clothes, I mean, it doesn't matter, your entirety, your being. So say it was 100,000. You're not gonna get 100,000. You might get 10. You might get 10. Don't ever do an estate sale. Just don't. Just don't. Because not only are you heartbroken from having to give up the items, you just got screwed. And that may be vulgar, but that is exactly what happened. You got raped. And does that estate sale planner give a rat's rear end about your belongings? Nope. Nor do they care about the value. I mean, yes, they want to get as much as they can because that's money in their pocket. But they're going to get whatever. And then after the sale, if it doesn't all sell, they'll throw it in the trash. They'll go give it to Goodwill. They don't care. I am so angry. So yeah, I am not in a good mood. I'm not in a good place. And we are trying to pay and keep all monthly payments up in 2 different homes. So it is definitely it sounds like you're angry at the estate seller. No, not necessarily. I mean, they're doing, I guess, what you would say they've been hired to do. I don't like it. I just didn't like the entire circumstances of it all. You know? It just seems so. I'm gonna add a little bit of color right here. I didn't like the way that looked. Yeah, I like that better. I mean, my heart of hearts says one thing, but like my logical brain is like, you know, this has to happen. The logical brain may know it had to happen, but my heart is. It's almost like, you know, I would feel that it would be a lot like someone who knows they have to have an amputation. You know, you may know it. It doesn't mean that it may be what's best for you. You know, you may die without it. Doesn't mean you have to like it. Doesn't mean that you're not going to mourn for what's taken from you. Going back into Olivia Cosmetics, I think I want to do that color. So, you know, and my husband is so super sensitive to always trying to make me happy, that if I tell him just how unhappy I am with it, just to talk it out, just to get it out, you know, just to say, it's not your fault, you know, because it's not, it's mine. I'm the one who, this is all about me. It ain't about him. He didn't do this. And it's not even a fault. I mean, we are being obedient to God. And I feel like God's like, don't let possessions be your home, your everything, you know? Like, our home is up above, not down here. And I know that, but it doesn't make, you just gotta work through the process, you know? Anyways, sorry about that, that was loud. I was gonna say, if I told him, somehow he would translate that into self-blame, where he would be like, somehow it's my fault and I'm not blaming you. And he would, I don't know, just feel sad. So, you know, I don't want that for him. He has done everything he can to make sure that we're in this new home that I picked out, I chose, I wanted. That we can still afford to make sure the other home is being seen to. I don't know. Did I say this, or did I just think this? Lashes look so much better on me. I mean, they do. They look look better on anybody. I mean, it's kind of like wearing heels with an outfit. It looks better. But I am not. This is my Saint makeup. This is the best. These lip and cheeks, they're the best lipstick. I put them on one time and like it doesn't come off. I might reapply for the moisture, but the color's there and I love them. Okay, but anyways, I was saying, I love lashes. I just don't want to take the time to put them on. Yeah, I have 2 drawerfuls. I mean drawerfuls of lipstick that I probably will never wear ever, because this mascara, did you hear me call it mascara? That's the old name. Saint is so just, I love the formula. I love everything about it. So now I'm going in with a different color. I don't know the colors off the top of my head. And just so you're like, what are you doing? I don't know. I've just been doing my lipstick like this for a while. And I like it. I use 3 different colors. I start in and build out. And I do a nude on, like a color on the inside. Then a nude. And then like a plummy nude. On as my lip liner, because once again, think of that purple color that helps give shadow. So if you're overlining your lips, I suggest overlining them with a shadow color. Okay. And it looks things. I think they put some kind of wax or something in them. Good Lord, that was loud. Because they fill lines. And then just, they're on there. Once they're there, they're there. They don't move. Then I go in with concealer right in the middle. Let me show you. There you go. I think that's pearly. If you don't, that's okay. Oh, one other thing. That yellow is just too yellow. So I'm going in with Saint's Unicorn. Okay, you can't say it. Unicorn. And bind that up. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I really like that. Okay. And let me. I was gonna clean it up, but it doesn't need cleaning up. Okay. So this is the finished product. I usually get, let's see, I put my makeup on around 6:30 to 7:30, somewhere in there. About 5 o'clock, 4:30, I'll kind of get a little breakthrough of oil right in here from being oily. But it's just like a hint, like a little shininess. It's not like, oh my goodness, or a grease bucket or nothing. It's just a healthy shine. Then by the time I go to bed, I really always feel like my makeup looks pretty good. Sometimes I get some breakdown around here, but it's by doing the way I showed you today how I do my makeup, that's real rare. It's very rare that I get any breakdown, period. But if I do, it's the chin area. So, all right, there you go. I am not satisfied yet. Hold on. Hold the feathers. Alright. Let's just. Okay. There. Wipe away any fallout. There we go. Okay.